There's a first time for everything. Your first love, your first heartbreak, and then there's my first Formula 1 Grand Prix. And there was no better place to experience this than in Japan. Day 1 of the Grand Prix is practice day, the perfect time for me to iron out the kinks, hoping I don't miss my stop and navigate my way from Osaka to Suzuka Circuit. So I hope this video will help you in planning your Japan Grand Prix trip. Welcome to Suzuka, a legendary circuit, a logistical puzzle, and as quickly learned, a display of masterclass in Japanese efficiency. Suzuka has always been a highly regarded stop on the F1 calendar. Historically, it has always been held in September, heading towards the end of the season, often serving as a battleground for legendary duels like Senna vs Prost, Schumacher's first title with Ferrari, or Vettel's farewell words at Suzuka. The track was built in 1962 by Honda as its test circuit, and one of the few figure-8 layouts remaining in the world, requiring speed and precision. It also holds a special place in my heart because I've spent hours playing Gran Turismo on this track. This trip is from 2024, which also features a new schedule. This race was held in April to better align with logistics for the teams. But the best part is, it also aligns with Japan's cherry blossom season, and they really use this theme to their advantage. First things first, how do I get the tickets? After scanning through the web, I forgo the likes of StubHub or even the F1 site. Instead, I try my luck directly from the circuit using Mobility Station. It is a Japanese site that offers ticket sales to locals, and the only way you can purchase from overseas is if you use a VPN and set your location to Japan. This was a last minute trip, so I only purchased my tickets a month out, and since I'm going solo, I was able to grab a seat at one of the grandstands. To help figure out where to sit, I relied on F1 Spectator for some guidance, and it really helped me with my decision. I personally don't think there's a bad spot to sit, but some stands are further out, so you should factor in the walk from the entrance as well, especially when it comes to catching your train home. I originally wanted the B2 section, which is the first turn where you catch a glimpse of the start and witness the cars accelerating out of turn 1 into the S-curves. But I was out of luck, so I settled on Q2 of the chicane, also known as the Casio Triangle. This was within my budget, and it gave me a nice view of the cars coming down the long bend at 130R, coming to a slow at the chicane before accelerating down the main straight again. Sitting here also made taking pictures and videos a lot easier. As for the price, it all came down to about 430 USD, which is equivalent to 600 CAD. It includes access for the entire weekend. This grandstand is considered the mid-tier price point, and if you're looking for something like the main grandstand, that will run you around 800 to 900 USD. The price also includes entry to the theme park, which features a few racing-themed rides, and certainly will entertain your kids, or the kid in you. Now I could have stayed in Nagoya, which is closer and more convenient. For example, it will only take an hour to get to Su Station from here. Factoring the local train and the walk to the circuit, it probably would have only taken just under 2 hours door to door. But I ended up choosing Osaka because I wanted to go back and visit some friends that I made last time I was there. And also it has a banging food scene and nightlife as well. The hotel rooms in Nagoya were limited, and the prices were pretty much double what they normally would cost. So staying in Osaka was a no-brainer for me. There are two main ways to get to Suzuka, regardless of where you're staying in Nagoya or Osaka. One would be taking the Kintetsu Limited Express train. They offer a 5-day rail pass for 4,900 yen, which includes unlimited rides, so you can still use it after the weekend if you plan on visiting surrounding areas like Osaka, Nagoya, Kyoto, or Nara. But you will need to pay a fair difference to ride the express trains, and a couple dollars more for the premium cabin. Overall, it's about an additional $10 of difference for each ride. The second way is to reserve a seat on the JTB buses in advance. These are buses that work with Suzuka to provide fans a direct way to commute between nearby cities and the track. You can pick one of the few departure times you like, and they always meet up at the bus terminal at a major train station. Each round trip is about 11,000 yen, and you can find the links to book this on the Suzuka website. Just make sure to book these seats in advance because they are limited. And remember, they always depart on time, so give yourself plenty of time to find a meetup point. I tried both methods, and the bus option is definitely easier. There are no transfers, no booking your train seat last minute. With the amount of people there, you don't know exactly what time you will arrive to Su Station, so you have to book your seat at the very last minute. On the flip side, the buses do take longer because of the amount of traffic that will be leaving Suzuka. It took me about 3 hours to get back to Osaka by bus, so choose what's best for you because both have their pros and cons. If you are taking the train, there's a ticket booth outside of the Suzuka station where you can buy the return trip and pay for your fare difference from Tsu to there. I also recommend using the website to purchase your express train tickets from Nagoya or Osaka to Tsu. Like I said, practice day was a perfect way to figure out the logistics, and also a great opportunity to explore the circuit and try out different seats. Seat reservations don't apply on this day, except for the main grandstand, so make sure you walk around and try out all the different views of the track. If you're looking to grab merch, grab everything on Friday, because inventory does dry up fast. They also sell plenty of Suzuka memorabilia at a really good price, and makes great souvenirs for family and friends. Remember, all team merch will be sold at a premium, but with the yen being low, it actually worked out to be a better deal for me than buying online, especially considering the duties. Even the food here was good, not like your usual burgers and fries. They have all kinds of food here, like takoyaki, yakisoba, shawarma, and even ramen. They also have a concession stands next to many of the grandstands, so you don't have to walk far to get food. By the end of the day, one thing was clear. Japan does large-scale events better than anyone. There are no stampedes, no confusion, no line cutting. So that was day 1 for me at my first ever Grand Prix. Hoping for better weather on qualifying day, and let's see how this weekend shakes out. To see more of my F1 weekend and my trip in Japan, make sure to like and subscribe this video. And if you've been to the Suzuka Circuit for the Grand Prix, make sure you share your experiences in the comments below.